Hello guys, welcome to day 4, our day at sea, and yes, I will show you around the ship today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to see more of these videos. If you are enjoying it so far, please do. New hat. If you watched the last vlog, you'll know I've got a new hat. I love this hat. Apparently it suits me. It's also got an anchor on it somewhere. So, but yeah, we're about to go and do some shippy stuff. At 11, I think we've got the seminar. Well, I've got the seminar. But yeah, we've got a nice chill day on the ship, and I will take you guys around for a little tour. You may meet some of the staff, you may not, but it's up to them at the end of the day. So, hope you enjoyed today. Let's go.
And orange juice. We're then coming behind with a bit of raspberry liqueur. Ooh, very sweet. And we've got some rum in there as well, some Bacardi rum. A very generous helping of Bacardi rum in there. Ooh, very nice. There we go, so adding to our shakers, bit of ice as well as we shake it. Make sure it's nice and cool. I'm very excited for this one, not tried this one before. So Arbin, how long have you been working for Marella? This second contract, fantastic. And what is your favourite personal cocktail that you do on the ship?
I like the Jamaican Me Crazy from the Indigo.
Yes, the Jamaican Me Crazy cocktail. If you've not tried it yet, head on over to Indigo later this evening. Try yourself a Jamaican Me Crazy. But in the meantime, let's take a bit of shaky. Look at that. He's got the technique, he's done this before. He's been practicing. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Bit of a 1-2. And it's released. Spent about 10 minutes trying to crack one of those open once. It was like an Easter egg. It's very stressful. There we go, so we're just making sure it is nice and shaken. We've got your glass, we've got your ice in your glass already. Straining out all the water, we don't want any water in there. Not the liquid kind, just a solid kind of ice. There we go, we've got your strainer. And look at the colour on that pool deck. Very yellow, very tropical. We've got your pineapple and orange juice. We've got your rum in there as well, and a bit of raspberry liqueur, very sweet. Wonderful stuff, very nice. And of course, no cocktail is complete without a garnish. We've got a fresh slice of orange. Beautiful, very orange cocktail, love it. So there we go, there is your rumble cocktail, and of course, a straw. Wonderful, there is your rumble. Let's give Arvin a huge round of applause, pool deck. Hey, wonderful stuff. Now, before we go on to your second one, I believe you've got a little bit of a treat for us. You're going to do it afterwards. Oh, okay, it's going to save the treat. It's going to save, we're going to keep you in suspense. So we're going to move on to your second cocktail now. So this one is the Pineapple Plantation, this one. Ooh, never seen this one before. In the shack. Oh, so this you can only get up there in the shack bar. So that's up on deck 12 by the pool deck. Just how yellow over here. And it's exclusive just to this bar. That's why I've never tried it. The Pineapple Plantation. So we're coming off first with a bit of vodka, bit of Southern Comfort. Ooh, interesting combination. Vodka, Southern Comfort. And then amaretto as well. Very strong, this one. Wow. There we go. Generous helping of amaretto, Southern Comfort, vodka. And of course, we need a bit of juice in there as well. So we've got a bit of pineapple juice. Wonderful stuff. Nice double serving of pineapple juice. Sweeten it up. Fantastic. Yes, I'll mention that. So later on today as well, we do have your gin tasting masterclass and your wine masterclass as well. Now these are paid extras, you do have to book them at reception, or they're happening later on this afternoon. So if you fancy the wine tasting, that is in Aperitif just outside of Surf and Turf. Or if you fancy our gin tasting masterclass, that is in the Squid and Anchor Bar, our special gin bar in the corner. Ooh, shaky. You're practicing practicing. Look at that technique. So these masterclasses are exclusive today on our sea day. They are happening later on this afternoon. So if you do fancy booking in to try one of our wine tasting or our gin tasting masterclass, head to reception, get yourself booked in, and that's happening a bit later on. Wonderful stuff. So we've done your shaky on your pineapple plantation. There we go, strain a little bit of juice into the cup. Got your strainers. And we've got to pour it out. Ooh, nice clearer colour on that one. Lighter yellow. Look at that colour, fantastic. Oh, brilliant stuff. And once again with this one, combined with a bit of dehydrated pineapple. Very fancy. Now, pool deck, we don't want you to be dehydrated today, so make sure in between your cocktails and your drinks, you are drinking soft drinks as well. As the sun keeps peeping out, it does get hot, so make sure you're staying hydrated. So there we go, pool deck. There is your rumble and your pineapple plantation cocktails. Now, before we get people up to try this, have a taster, like Arvin has been practicing, we're going to do a little bit of shuffling work. I forgot what it was called for a second there. So pool deck, let's give all eyes on the big screen. Watch out for Arvin. Here we go with a little bit of bar rumbling. Here we go. Look at that. There we go, pull down this for Arvin! Look at that. Cool fact, the bartenders are the only crew members to have double-story cabins so they can practice those skills in their cabin. And remember, don't try it with fizzy drinks, people. No fizzy drinks. But there we go, there is your two cocktails. If we do have volunteers again, over 18s only, who want to try our rumble or our pineapple plantation, come on over and try our cocktails. But Paul, that does bring us to the end of your cooking and cocktail demonstration. One final time, let's hear it for our wonderful chefs and of course our wonderful bar team as well. We still have your Marella Fun Fair happening at the back of the pool deck. Go and check it out if you haven't already. It's completely free. Free fun fair games at the back of the pool deck. It's absolutely fantastic, good fun. But enjoy the rest of your sea day. From South Jordan, bar team, Arvin, all our chefs and our tech team. We'll see you all later on. Bye-bye.
So guys, as you may have just seen, they've just done the cooking and the cocktails. I've got one of each. Here is the rumble. That one's really nice. Orange, sweet taste, as you may have seen in the videos. Here's the one I'm not too keen on. I'm not too keen on pineapple. Yeah, I don't really like that one, but tastes alright. I'm not too keen on pineapple though. Emma will have it if she wants it. But yeah, I like the rumble. The rumble tastes really good. But yeah, just been talking to one of the hosts. Apparently there's quite a few vloggers that come on this. So this may be a perk for me, it may not be. But guys, cheers, another day drinking. Hello guys, and welcome to the tour of the ship. So I'm going to show you a few bits first with this on deck 4. This is where our cabins is, and makes it a lot easier. Now there'll be decks where I won't do anything on, which I'll skip, and of course we don't have deck 3 and all that because they're lower decks in which we don't go onto unless we are getting on off board the ship. So, but as you can see from the image here, you have 3 different colours of staircase. We're right here now. Right now, this is the mid section. Now, the colours represent where you are on the boat. So, if the staircase is green, you're at the aft of the boat, and if the staircase is forward, you're on the forward of the boat. Now, we will be going through different sections, like I said, and we'll be skipping some of the ones that don't have anything on there. Sorry, but there will be one deck which will have one thing on, in which that will be the only thing on that deck. Of course, we'll be skipping one deck is just full of cabins. We'll go to the sports deck and the shack and all that, and we'll just go from there. We've got the casino on that on the front forward of the boat as well, or the bow as most people know it. But let's go, guys. So guys, we are now here on deck 5. As you can see, this is where the main reception is on the ship. It's just after the midsection. As you can see, there's the red carpet. If you look down that way, you'll see the blue carpet. If you can just make it out down there to the front of the boat, I think it was. It might be, I don't know, sorry. But yeah, so this is the reception here. And in this, it's like really like old fashioned style pillars and everything. But if you look up from the reception, you'll see we've got a massive compass on the ceiling and this lovely like projection screen here, which is really nice. And you can see all the floors from here going upwards. Just across, or should I say next to the reception, we have destination service. So this is where you would like book your excursions for the day, which could be anything. It could be jet skiing, it could be going on a submarine, or just taking treks. Hello. Don't worry, it's on the other side. No, yeah, there you go, guys. There's your receptionist. We also do come off on the deck sometimes on here. They've just closed it because the tide has risen, so we've come off it at this point in time. But now we'll head upstairs to deck 6. We do also have one more thing on here, which is the latitude bar, which you can't access from this side of the boat. You have to go to one of the other staircases, but I'll get to that one a bit later. So guys, on the mid of the boat again, on deck 6, this is where you'll be able to tell the difference if you need fresher air or not. On one side of it, it'll have a no smoking sign, so for anybody who requires the adult fresh air, you have to go to the other side of deck 6, and it's the same on deck 7. And then there are a couple of others which I'll show you along the way, which is one's on deck 12, but here you go. This side hasn't got the sticker, meaning that you can have that adult fresh air. From here on deck 6, I'm going to head to the, I think it was the rear of the boat, can't remember, but we'll head this way. Oh look, mirrors. And we come through here into the coffee pot, and this is where you can have like an afternoon coffee, stuff like that. And as you can see, you've got a view of the reception again. As we head on through the coffee pot, I believe there isn't much around. Oh yes, there's one thing on this part. Now I know we're going to be backwards and forwards a lot, but I don't think I'll be able to get any sort of like video footage in some of these rooms, so it is what it is. So you've got your cruise holiday store here, so if you want to book another cruise whilst you're on here, you can. They've got some deals on and stuff. And on the other side to that, we have the photo studio. Just across from there though, we do have the cinema. I'm not going to enter that because lucky for us, there's no film on at the moment. But as we come in here, we have a little onboard cinema where we can watch films and just chill together and have a good time. Lucky for me, there's nothing playing. Moving on swiftly, of course I said we've got the photo studio here. I have no clue where that escalator goes though. I'm not going to risk taking the escalator because every time I take one I seem to get lost. But yeah, just working through the photo gallery here. Yes, I know. Oh, that just goes up to deck 7. Interesting, I didn't know. So right here we have the first access and second access to the Broadway Show Lounge. Now, I can't go in there right now, and we're not, they don't really allow filming in there anyway. So, but if I do get an opportunity when I can show you some clips, I will insert it into the tour. But that won't be until later on this evening, unfortunately. Or I may have already recorded it already, who knows? It's an AJ vlog, no one knows. So now we're going to head back to, I think it's the aft of the boat we're heading towards now. I can't remember, there's so many things to remember. Because we came up centre point, so we will have to head backwards and forwards. But yeah, as again, we're coming back through the coffee pot. They got a pee-pee hole there. Look, you've got a little pee-pee hole through to the other side there.
Oh, that is cool.
As you can probably see from here, you can start seeing some of the Broadway food. Hello. Oh, hello. I don't know who's saying hello. Too many people. Everyone's saying hello because I'm recording. So we've just been through the coffee pot part. We're going to now take you through the lounge. So right now we're coming through the lounge, which is more of like your nightclub sort of vibe for like older generations. But it's a nice little bar to just sit down, have a drink in, have a cocktail. As you can see, it's like a proper lounge. You've got a piano, copyrighted music, da 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 da. Let's try and get away from the speakers. As you come round the lounge, you'll see a lovely amount of those views. There's so much copyrighted music here. But when it used to be, the bar used to be here and the casino, no, the bar used to be on the other side and the casino used to actually be here, which is some insight for you there. Even I don't know much about that. We will head that, well, we're now more in a nicer section, but as you come across here, we are now to the restaurant at Latitude. I think it's, is it just called Latitude? I think it's Latitude 56. And this is like your fancy restaurant sort of thing. And as you see, guys, can you just hold the door open quickly? This is like a really fancy restaurant. As you can see, I'm not supposed to really be in here, but I'm just going to get you nice little shots. It's got a grand piano, and we've got loads more down there as well. And it looks out at the aft of the boat. It's really gorgeous. Really, this is called Latitude 53. This is like the posher restaurant as well. But other than that, try to be sneaky peeky. And that is deck 6 for you guys. So guys, yes again, on deck 5, you'll see it on deck 6 because we actually went in and gave you a quick look. This is where Latitude 53 is. As well, this is the downstairs entrance from where we'll be upstairs later on in the video. This part can only be accessed from the back of the boat as well. So yeah, we will move on to a bit of a, we'll move back to deck, well from here it'll be deck 6, but for you guys, but we're going to head up to deck 7. We had to like cut through and back down, even though you'll see on deck 6. Guys, we are now on deck 7 at the aft of the boat, and as we come through here, you have the squid and anchor. Now this is where like your quiz show sort of things go on. You can take part of them. They have Family Feud, they have all sorts. Of course, they've got a lovely bar across there, and they've also got a gin and whiskey bar at the back just over there. They have a stage where they take part in like quiz shows and stuff. Copyrighted music like usual. And I'm pretty sure the editor can fix that for me, hopefully. We have our gin and whiskey bar right here. And as you walk through the squid and anchor, you'll come to this bit, just past the whiskey bar, which is an exit out onto the rear of the deck. And yet again, for you people who like the adult fresh air, you can have a smoke here as well, which is located on the aft of the ship, or the back of the ship. So we're going to head back through the Squid and Anchor. Thank you, darling. And we're going to start heading. We're going to exit through the other door because we came through that way. We're now going to head that way. The next place we're going to be going through is where like some more of the fancy restaurants where you have to pay to go and eat, which is fair enough. These are more continental sort of cuisines. They're not normal cuisines. I had the Yumi Sushi, which is going to be the first one which we're going to enter, and it was fantastic for the price. It was at 2 people, it was about £35, which ain't that bad. So here we are. You were seeing it earlier in the vlogs. This is Yumi Sushi. As you can see, all the decorations are put away, so we've got to remake them for the night. And it's just a cozy little bar where you've got some lovely bits of deck 3 down there, or deck 4, that's just below us down there. Is that deck 4, is it? No, it's deck 5. Down at the Grand Piano. And this one's Yumi Sushi. Coming on through Yumi Sushi, you have the Aperitif, I think it's called Surf and Turf Steakhouse, and Koala, I think that's called. And these are more continental cuisines, shall we say. So we come through here, we have a lovely champagne case or rosé or whatever they are. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very good with those sort of things. But as you come into here, you've got Surf and Turf and Koala, which is this restaurant just around here. I haven't eaten in this one, so it's like a steak bar sort of thing. And as you come through it, so this one's Surf and Turf, this is where all the steak work stuff is. You come into here and you go to Koala, and it's more of a curry. So, although I think it's all one, looking at it all together, but it's a really nice little like restaurant vibe from a different area if you fancy any of them. And I feel like it's a really great place to be. And this is why I love cruises. It's so different in such a small place. Of course, you've got a bar here for it as well. I don't know where Riley's gone. Riley! Where's Riley gone? Oh, she disappeared again. Riley! Where is she? Oh, you're there. Why'd you run off that way? Oh. She got lost. She lost me. So, as we're coming through here now, we now hit the Broad Street shops. As you can see, every cruise line has them. This is always located on rather deck 6 or 7 in my case. At the moment, we can only see the showcases because none of them are open. I don't particularly want to be filming in the shops, but the shops are really nice on here. And yet again, as you come on here, you can get a closer look at that compass at the top, and then there's back down to deck 5 as earlier on. So the shop bit is located around the part of the ship here. You're right, mate. So here we go, we've got one of the little shops here. It has your typical like clothing brands like Lacrosse, Superdry, Oakley, Ray-Ban and Portland, and they're all in here. Quite reasonable pricing, I would say, but woo, not for that price. As you come across it though, you will find more of the jewellery section of this. As you can see, you've got all your jewellery, your fancy bags on this side as well. I believe you've got Ted Baker in there. Randley, London, I probably totally bodged that. You've got Pandora as well. Yeah, I said Ted Baker. And of course you've got Buckley, London. And so on. Now as we come around the corner, I believe this splits off into 2 sides. As you can see, there's one side, there's 2 sides. So we come around here, of course it's still the Pandora stuff. It was the same on the other side with the other shop with all the Lacoste stuff. So you come around here and you come to another more reasonable jewellery store. It has your rings, your necklaces, all your accessories, watches as well. I can cut straight through the centre part, and they usually have like a massive bag collection. They of course are going to put them away because we can't sell unless we're 12 miles out of sea. But over here we have our aftershaves and perfumes. You've got Hugo Boss in there. My favourite of all of them, Dior, of course, Sauvage. Unfortunately, I'm not doing a deal on them. Tom Ford as well, and of course Elite Loud, I think that is. Totally bodged that one up as well. And that is it for your shops. You got a bit of your makeup here, so it's the back end of one of your shops. And as you come around this corner, you will find you have like a little like sweet shop. It also sells utilities like razors, foam shave and stuff like that, sun cream. And across from that you have probably one of the best sections on the ship for most people. This one is where you can buy your tobacco and your alcohols, which are reasonably priced considering. I say some considering because it's £12.50 for a Captain Morgan Spice rum. That's slightly bigger than the one at home, which you can get for £13.50, which is alright, I guess. And as you can see, guys, you've got a photo opportunity right there. I would put the picture up, but Riley will hate me for doing it, so if you do find the picture, good for you. Yes, I will. But on to our next part, and probably the final part of this deck, is of course what you've seen on deck 6, and what I mentioned is the Broadway Show Lounge. Of course, I can't really get any footage on them because all the doors are closed. I don't want to interfere on that one as it is, because it's a very private sort of venue part. It's where they host all their shows. It's where they don't really want filming. They want to leave it a surprise sort of thing. But I could probably pull a picture up of it, or get a pictures or a couple of videos later on if. So guys, we did get lucky here. We are now in the Broadway Show Lounge. It's basically a massive theatre, as you see. It's got high areas and low areas. As you've seen earlier on in the vlog, you've seen the bottom entrance and the top entrance, but I've gotten very lucky to be able to take this little snippet of the inside of this room. So guys, this has been an honour being able to do this, and thank you guys so much. So guys, we are now on deck 8 at the mid of the ship, and this is the only 2 rooms here that you can get access to from the midsection, because you can't really get access to them anywhere else. But you've got the Arctic here and the game zone. So if you look there.
It's not it.
Huh?
It's called the Arctic.
That's what I said, the attic and the game zone.
It sounded like it's the Arctic.
I probably did say the Arctic, I'm not gonna lie. But as you come into this section, we're gonna quiet it down. This is like a library sort of section where you can read books. You can borrow books as well, as long as you put them back, that is fine. Also, we have a few puzzles and games here for people to do. Coming through, we're gonna have to be quiet.
Older than us. She's literally older than us.
Yeah, guys.
Tabby's like immortal.
So if you look down here, guys, this is literally the last floor up here, and there's the compass.
Really big from the age of like 12.
Hopefully that's a blue side. And from here we enter the game zone. So basically what the game zone is, it's designed with Xboxes, so this Xbox One, Xbox 2, and all the controllers you can get from the main reception. So yes, they now have game consoles on board the ship. Now I haven't played them myself, I'm not going to play on them because I can do that whenever I really want at home. But as you can see, they even got a fancy logo here for the game zone, and it's actually really unique and really cool. And the next deck is going to be deck 9, and of course we are going to be skipping, I think it's deck 10, because according to this there is nothing for us unless you're sleeping on that deck to do on that deck. So let's head on to deck 9. I'm not going to go down there because it wouldn't be fair, but on the aft of deck 9 here you will find something called the M Club. Now this is for the kids, hence why I'm not going to film down there. It's not fair on the parents, it's not fair on the kids if I do that. However, behind the kids, here she is, behind the M Club, there is a little swimming pool for all the little ones to use whenever they like. It's got water slides and everything. So guys, on deck 11, we have, of the aft of the boat, we have the Mediterranean. Of course, this is where they do their Italian, the tapases, and of course, beer and Terence. Now this is a family one as well, so the girls can get involved, and I can give you a quick look around. So this is the like Italian side of it, and then on the other side, I think it's something different. Now as we come through, copyrighted music like usual. Da 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 da. We've got the bar at the back. Well, and of course we've got an outside area as well. Coming around to here, and of course we've got another seating area with like a little buffet sort of thing right here, which is really nice, really easy. And of course at the back of this we do have another seating area. Now that seating area is non-smoking because it's where food's being prepped, and it wouldn't be fair on other people. So guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the tour video and the other videos, even though the tour video is getting recorded as we speak. But yeah, I'm sort of doing it in sections throughout the days. I got to pull back on the first day. So I hope you did enjoy this video so far, and I hope you are enjoying the vlogs that are coming. So on the next vlog, we have the cheese tea eating day. We are doing, where's those? Up there. We are doing the Ventura for Flavours hunters. Something to do with cheese. I know, it's really weird, and the thing it says it's about cheese, but it says the hunters, which usually like ghost hunting and stuff. Is it haunted cheese? I don't know, but we will find out tomorrow, or you guys a week later. And if you haven't already, guys, seen the other vlogs, please go and check them out. They are going to be very fun, tiring, hectic, and all that as well, and all your daily AJ goodness. I'm never saying that again. But until next time, guys, AJ out. See you guys later. So guys, as the start of the tour, I'm going to go through this quickly with you. We're starting on deck 4 because this is the deck we're staying on. So we'll probably not go through all the decks because there's just decks that are cabins, a bit like this one. But other than that, we can only go from deck 4 upwards.
Good afternoon, everyone. May I have